Greetings. Today I want to speak to you concerning the power of your imagination and how people who are complaining of lack in their life is because of poverty of imagination. You see, we're born in this world with certain faculties, and these faculties of mind must always be a part of our life. But we must familiarize ourselves with them from a standpoint of awareness, because awareness is power. Therefore, if you understand that God in man is man's imagination, then you will understand why everything in this world that was made, it was for us a thought, it was for us an idea, it was for us imagine. And that is written in the Bible in St. John chapter 1 and verses 3, where it says, all things were made by him, and without him was not anything made that was made. You see, most people look at that him and they believe that it is speaking of a person who lived thousands of years ago. But the good news is that that him is a personification that represents the human imagination, because the entire Bible is based upon man's imagination. The central character of the Bible is man's imagination. As a matter of fact, God in man is actually man's awareness of being, man's perception. Okay, the ability to perceive comes from the very life that is within you, and God is that life, and that life is God, and that is your light body. That's the invisible body, which we refer to as the soul. And that is why it tells you that God breathed the breath of life into man, and man became a living soul. So your spirit having a human experience, your breath of fresh air. And how are you going to know that? You have to learn to trust your imagination. You have to learn to understand the power of your imagination. For example, you can look at anything in this world and you can close your eyes and you can see it in your imagination. You can feel anything in this world and you can close your eyes in imagination and you can feel it. You can taste something in this physical world and you can close your eyes and you can taste it in the non-physical world. So everything that you see being expressed on this physical plane, this three-dimensional plane, you have to realize that you have to think four-dimensionally and work upon your desires being transmuted into matter, or in other words, the formless being transmuted into the formed. So, my brothers and my sisters, it's very important for you to understand the science of spiritual alchemy or inner alchemy. And that will help you to understand the Genesis story to be your creation story, whereby you are creating your world, and you should create your world whichever way you want it to be. Because the smallest particle of anything is an atom. And so many people read about Adam and Eve and they do not realize it's all about atoms and electrons. And so, because you are electrical and magnetic, and everything vibrates because of energy, vibration, and frequency. When you understand that secret of the universe, then you will understand how the mind really works. And when you have a thought or a desire, and you act upon that desire, though you do not see the result as yet, but you believe, everything is actually putting itself in alignment for it to become a hardened objective fact. And that is why it tells you that Adam and Eve, when Adam and Eve comes together, they bring forth Cain and Abel. You see, when your thoughts and emotions come together, you can bring forth either a creative life or a destructive life. So my brothers and my sisters, the most important thing for you to understand is that God in man is man's imagination, and understand that the Bible addresses the human mind and must be interpreted psychologically. You must understand the Bible metaphysically and esoterically. You see, the esoteric understanding of the Bible has been hidden from the masses, and they have been given the exoteric meaning of the Bible, and that keeps them on just the physical level and keep them in the animalistic realm of living. But if you want to live in your higher life, in terms of living in the infinite intelligence, you have to tap into the sixth sense. And you have to use your mental faculties like your will, your reasoning, your perception. You have to use your intuition. You have to use all these things that you've been equipped with from your birth. Because what they're doing, they are using fear, doubt, shame, and guilt to rob you from using, or to stop you from using these faculties. So they can only use distractions to distract you. But I'm saying to you, as long as you've been informed and you become more aware, you'll be able to tap into your power, your creative power, and you'll be able to use that creative power to achieve your every desire. So as I come to a close here, remember, you are the pattern. Your thoughts, your ideas, the things that you're walking upon, they are the clay. And you're walking upon them because what happened? It is something that is taking place in the invisible world, but you will get the results in the visible world. So when you read the Bible and think that the Bible is talking about things that happened centuries ago, thousands of years ago, and it is an outside secular history story, you're getting it wrong. It is salvation story, and true salvation is self-realization, and it must take place inwardly. That is why it says, as a man thinketh, so is he. So my brother, my sisters, correct your mentality, and you'll be able to live your life whichever way you want it to be, and you'll prove the power of your imagination. Because you can form and shape anything in your imagination, and you can prove yourself that imagination creates reality. So start to visualize, start to do scripting, start to do mirror work, start to practice meditation each and every day, practice mindful breathing, and become more disciplined, and practice self-mastery, okay, by engaging yourself each and every day, and become a doer and not just a hearer, and you prove for yourself the power of your imagination. And then you will say for yourself, truly, God in man is man's imagination. Okay, so you will know that you are the creator, and the thing on the outside is the creation. You are the perceiver, and the things on the outside is the perception. And you will know that you are greater. You're greater than money, you're greater than everything else, because you are the highest. Okay, you are God in flesh. So with that being said, my brother, my sister, I want to thank you very much for listening to me. I want to say to you, if this is the very first time that you're listening to me and what I'm saying, if it makes sense to you, if it really resonates with you and you haven't subscribed already, I'm definitely encouraging you to subscribe, to like, to comment, or to share this video. Also, if you like to follow me on Instagram and you like to follow me on TikTok, you can definitely follow me at Black Mad Guru. And I'll definitely encourage you to get my latest book. It's called Spiritual Recipe for Better Living. You want to live a better life, you need to get this spiritual recipe, whereby I'm opening up the Bible to you esoterically, metaphysically, and showing you that the Bible have to do with your psyche. It's all about the mind. Okay? So, if you feel strongly led to get that book, the link is down below. Okay, so you can check it out. It's already available on Amazon, and you can get one for yourself, and you can get one for a friend or a family member. Also, if you'd like to be a part of my Patreon community, you're most welcome. However, I have a course there for people donating at least $20 or more. It's called The Inner Sun Science and Technology to Create Your Reality Consciously. And along with that is a bonus course on self-concept. So if you feel strongly to listen to those videos, I'll definitely encourage you to be a part. Okay? Also, if you'd like to book a one-on-one with me, you can reach out to me by way of email, and once we come to a decision, we can definitely work together. But before I leave, I just want to remind you that if you feel strongly to support this work, that we have a PayPal and that the link is always down below. So with that being said, my brothers and my sisters, I just want to say peace, love you all, out.